guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share 3 of my favourite thriller books with you. Thriller / mystery is most likely my favourite genre of books to read, so I have read quite a few books like the ones I'll mention today. The ones I have chosen are quite popular, so you might have heard of them before, but nonetheless I will try to summarise my thoughts about them and make sure I don't include any spoilers. I read all of these books on my Kindle, so I don't have a physical copy to show you, but I will pop up a photo on the screen as I go along. Let me know in the comments what your favourite book is, and if you have read any of the books I'm about to mention. So the first book I wanted to mention is The Other Wife by Claire McGowan, and this was really one of those books that I just couldn't put down. I read it over Christmas time, which actually fit quite nicely because most of the book is set in the winter months. So there are 2 main protagonists, Susie and Nora. At the start of the book we learn that Susie lives in a very remote cottage and Nora moves into the one next to it. These 2 cottages are basically in the middle of nowhere, so Susie is very excited to befriend her new neighbour. So Susie begins to confide in Nora because she's so lonely in this cottage by herself. She does have a husband, but we won't get into him right now. And Susie almost spills her big secret. However, these 2 women know so much more about each other than they realise at the start. I really don't want to say any more because I'll give away the whole plot, but I would really recommend this book if it sounds like something you'd be interested in. The next book I want to talk about is called The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. This is quite a different type of thriller from the previous one. In this book, the protagonist Libby receives a letter very soon after her 25th birthday, and in this letter she discovers that she's inherited a mansion in London which is worth millions of pounds, and this leads to her delving into her past and finding out about everything that went on in this mansion. The story is narrated by 3 different characters, and as the book goes on, their stories started to come together. There are lots of twists in this book. Some are very predictable, but some really aren't. So again, don't want to say any more, but I would really recommend this book. The final book I want to talk about is one that I've just finished reading, and this book is called 50/50 by Steve Kavanagh. This is a thriller / crime book, and it tells the story of 2 sisters on trial for the murder of their father. So they both have their own motives, but since they were both at the house at the time of the murder, it's incredibly hard to tell which one actually killed him. If you like crime shows, you probably will like this book because it does get a bit legal, because we see how the sisters go through the trial and how the jury responds to them and what evidence the lawyers present. And this book again is full of twists, much like the previous one. I feel as though the writer made it really hard to call which sister is actually responsible until right at the very end. So it really wasn't a predictable ending in my eyes anyway. So this was just a very quick summary of some of my favourite thriller books. I do have a lot more in mind that I have read, so I might have to make a part 2 of this video. I will leave links down below if you want to buy these books for yourself, and I'll also leave the link for my Kindle video in case you're interested on my experiences with my Kindle. Thanks for watching, bye!